Soundboard not transmitting? Is my soundboard not transmitting? You guys not hearing it?
No, I was hearing it.
No, we were.
Oh, you guys are just talking on top of it.
Yep.
Oh wow.
We were just having witty banter.
I couldn't tell. I to me everything looked fine, and I thought it wasn't working, and I just oh Jesus. All right.
Oh.
You want me to play it from the top, or do you want to just like start your intro?
Well, hello, friends. Welcome to the Memory Slot A podcast, where we talk about games, news, and all things games and cookies everywhere.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hey, we
Right,
have
Rob?
we have a resident cookie.
Oh
Right,
my
Rob?
God. God damn it. You guys were lining up for that one. God damn it. I didn't see that
Nailed
coming.
it. First one of the year.
I'm not
God
really
damn
eating
it.
cookies. We were just lining you up for that joke.
Damn
Meme
it.
of the year.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
And I am the fool.
I'm so happy that we're doing this week, like we do every week, and
It's great to be back.
it's great to be back after a whole week. I hope you guys had a great New Year's and New Year's.
I haven't
Eve
talked
and
to you guys
holiday
since last
season.
year.
Get this man out of here.
Ugh.
Rob, get the fuck out of here. Just go.
All right.
Just
I'll
leave.
leave.
Rob,
It's the
put your
second time
hands
he's
where I
made
can
that
see
joke
them.
in the past 5 minutes.
All
5 minutes.
Yeah,
We're
5
now
minutes.
holding open auditions for the fourth slot on the Memory Slot
No.
podcast.
Must have a
No.
soundboard.
Must have a name because the naming convention has passed. So, anyway, I guess we should jump straight into this video game stuff. Marc played Florence and is playing Donut County.
Donut candy.
Donut-
I like where
We
your
are really
brain is
sweet
at
in
right
the
now.
brain today, aren't we? Chris, I think it's those cookies.
It's the cookies. Fuck. So what is Florence and Donut County?
Florence is the mobile game, right? The one
Yeah.
that has like a really nice story. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mark, tell us more.
okay, I will.
You won't
Um,
tell me more.
Here I go, telling you more. Florence is a phone game that I bought on impulse on New Year's Eve because I was at my friend's house and we were talking about this is weird. So Florence is published, and so is Donut County, by a company called Annapurna, which they also produce movies. And I guess they produced movies way before they produced games, but now they also publish games, and that's pretty cool. So I was like, oh, all right, I want to support this company. So I bought Florence. It's like $3. Mobile game. It's one of those old emotional type games. One of those pretty, experience type of games. You could finish it in like 40 minutes probably. If you swipe your way through it, it could probably go a whole bunch faster. I don't really want to talk too much about the specifics of it. It's pretty light on the mechanics. It's just doing a lot. It's about a story. You're a woman like falling in love with a dude. And it's the story of basically you have a relationship and then your relationship goes bad and then, you separate. But it's kind of got an uplifting ending to it, which I thought was just a pretty nice story. There's like a emotional high point where it's very sad, and it makes you feel a bunch of stuff. I'd say for the simple fact that it's very cheap and that it's got some really good music and some really good visuals. It's just a nice way to spend like tops an hour. I totally would endorse it for that. I don't know if that's your guys' type of thing, but
Yo, it's my
you're-
kind of thing. I quite like stories like that. I've read articles about Florence. The only thing that kept me away from it was I thought it was on iPhone exclusively. So you're telling me
No.
it's on Android now, yeah?
it is on Android. Yeah, it's really
That's
great. I
good to
think
know.
I think you'd like it a lot. It
Yeah.
does stuff with the mechanics that's like it basically like kind of makes certain feelings that you'd feel. Let's say like when you're in an argument with someone, like the way that it feels, it kind of turns that into a mechanic where you're trying to put pieces together in order to like make your response back, and it becomes like more stressful as time goes on and stuff. And it does some really cool little mechanical things like that. And like I said again, it's like not a bummer of a story. It's the surprisingly like kind of ends with just people being people and stuff. It's not dramatic in that kind of way. So I would say super good way to spend a couple of bucks.
Is it
Yeah,
better?
I'm
Is
for
it a
it.
better? Is it a better love story than Twilight?
I'm gonna say
It's a tough
yes
question.
because I haven't seen Twilight, but
Okay.
I think it's better.
He's really taking this seriously.
Nice. That's
Listen,
fine.
I know the kids that always ask that if it's better than Twilight, so it's a good thing we got
Yeah.
that. We
I-
got the resident expert.
By
I
the
think
way, I
that's-
just bought it based on a recommendation. Thank you, Mark.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
I have a question though.
Give me
Do
a
you think-
referral bonus. Company that made it. What's up, Chris?
Chris,
Do you
go
think?
ahead.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where mobile titles are as expensive as like regular console titles?
Ooh,
I
that's
think
a-
so. I feel like
You
there
think
will
so?
be a point where there will
Like
be.
$60?
Imagine a future. Well, imagine the future when your phone like docks into a monitor and is basically like your main computer. Maybe
Yo, trademark that
eventually.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, like
Trademark that
I
shit.
guess that's basically like the Switch, right? Imagine like the Switch like form factor is like small enough to be a phone, and it is a phone, and you can dock it and play something on your TV. I'd say then probably. I don't. Is that
I
like
mean-
cheating, or do you mean like something that you can
Well,
only play like
that's not
in
cheating.
a phone in your hand?
If it's the evolution of like, if it's the evolution of the industry, then it's not cheating, and that's actually
Mm.
pretty cool to think about.
You
Thank
can
you.
have phones.
Thank you for
at-
enlightening me.
Well, yeah. Well, there are monitors these days that are like USB-C compatible.
And phones can
So you
output
can-
their display via USB-C. It's
Are we
a
already in
possibility.
the future?
I
Oh,
think
fuck.
I think we guys. I think we just turned time forward. So
What year is that?
Shit.
that's pretty interesting. But I imagine. I mean, phones are already getting bigger. So like the difference between a phone size and like the Switch size really isn't too much different. Like I'm holding my Pixel 2 XL up to the console portion of a Switch, and the Switch maybe only has an inch and a half of width
All right, but
or
like,
length. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think it's more than possible that we get
We
to
get
that
there.
point.
But I think the question here,
Sooner than we think.
I think the question though is the idea of pricing. We're talking about AAA $60 pricing.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
If it's
Go
both
ahead.
though, no, it's fine.
Oh.
It's both though. You know what I mean?
right.
If it's both console and phone, then why would the price go down? for the
True.
game.
Okay, if you're talking about both, then yeah, then the pricing would have to match, wouldn't it? It would make more sense. Unless it is filled with microtransactions, which honestly, it's funny because you'd think a lot of these AAA console games are mimicking the mobile games rather than the other way around with the whole microtransaction bit, right?
That's very true.
Interesting how that turns out, right?
Working on
Yeah.
different levels.
Yeah. But yeah, you bring up a good point. Maybe we'll get to that point. Will we accept that is a completely different it's an interesting question to ponder if we'll actually accept the price point of $60 for such a game.
We're gonna
Like
be
me-
the generation that's like, I remember when we had a console for video games and it wasn't all on our phone, and we're gonna be old men
I mean,
and we're gonna be angry
yeah.
about everything.
Grr.
well, we're already old enough to be like, I remember having to blow air into a cartridge to get it to play
True.
on the
Shit.
Super Nintendo or the N64. So I mean, yeah.
I remember when my games
absolutely.
came as a complete package without needing patches.
I remember.
Do you remember manuals? Because I remember them.
They had beautiful artwork. Where did that go? Yeah. But that's an interesting point. Will people be willing to accept them? Well, that's a question for the newer generation, I suppose. I guess like me being an old fogey, I'll be like, I'll never buy a game for $60. Then again, I did drop money on a microtransaction. I'm not going to talk about it.
How dare
Alright.
you?
So
You'll
you're one
have
of
to
those
talk-
guys that brings up things and then doesn't talk about them.
I didn't mean to
Huh.
bring it up. It just tumbled out of my mouth. I
But
was trying to
you did.
sweep it under
So,
the rug. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But the rule is if you
No,
if you bring it up,
af-
you have to talk about it. That's the
Yeah.
rule.
No,
Yeah.
No secrecy.
I'm ashamed of myself. It was a mistake.
Oh,
Memory
was it
slot A.
for-
Wait. Was it for?
Did you buy the battle pass?
No, it wasn't the battle pass.
Okay, Rob.
Damn.
Was it for Fire Emblem or was it for Xenoblade?
It wasn't No, Xenoblade doesn't take money, so thankfully. it
Oh,
doesn't take
really?
money.
Oh,
It
good
was-
for
no.
them.
No.
It was Fire Emblem then.
Did
Well,
you buy?
yeah, at least I
did you
only
buy-
spent $5 on that one. That wasn't.
Did you
so
buy
bad.
virtual cookies?
Why?
Basically, that's
Look,
what that
I
is.
am a cookie. I don't eat my own. Okay.
So you're not a cannibalistic cookie?
I
All
don't
right,
eat my
moving
own
on.
kind.
A game a game that I game that I
Jesus.
think would have worked well on like a mobile phone. Guess kind of bridging the gap between a console and a phone and then a console phone, I guess would have been Let's Go. And Mark just finished Pokemon Let's Go. And
Yeah.
has some
So
thoughts on it, I guess.
it took me a little longer than I expected. It kind of burned me out a little bit once I beat the 5th badge, but I went back and I picked it up again last week, and once I finally embraced like the full on catch mechanic, and I started cheesing it a little bit by playing as 2 people when it was by myself. It really made leveling up and like catching legendaries a lot easier, and it really let me power through the end of the game because I got a Dragonite, and Dragonites are always fun.
Is that what made it better? Just getting to the dragon. Well, but how long did it take you to evolve
honestly,
it?
yes. Honestly, yes. It that did make it better because it was taking so long to level up Dragonair by normal means, and then when I just was just like, why don't I just detach both of my Joy-Cons and just go catch stuff for a little bit? And I did that, and one, it made catching a hell of a lot easier because bullshit, and
I'm sure the game
and-
developers didn't expect that, but go ahead.
well, I mean, again, it makes sense why they did it, because for younger kids, it makes it a lot easier for them to, to catch stuff when an adult
Right.
is helping them.
Right.
But it really did help me speed through the rest of the game. I still don't know if I'm okay with the catch mechanic being in a future game, if that is the case. But I will say this: if it has the same baloney that it has with this, then I'm okay with it.
I mean, really, all they should really fix is the XP gauge, the XP gain, because I still think that makes no sense. I think that's the biggest problem.
I agree with that. And I'll say this: I think the perfect compromise on the catching system, you should have to knock something out before you catch it. It shouldn't just be straight to catch. Like the legendaries, you have to knock.
I can
you have
picture
to knock
that.
them out before you catch it.
Yeah, I can
It
picture
should-
that.
It should be the same way with all the other wild Pokemon battles in that. And that's my piece on that.
But like,
That's
if you had to
actually really cool.
if you had to knock it out before you catch it, though, then, like, what part of the Pokemon is fighting to stay in the Pokeball?
It's like a final struggle. It's like a final struggle, if you want to imagine.
To be honest,
Okay.
the whole thing annoys me because it's like, why would I have to? I don't want to have to fight it like a certain amount so that like it's weak but strong because it still can fucking get out of the Pokeball. Like, either I'm beating the crap out of it until it's knocked out and then I just catch it, or I just catch it and like entice it. I don't know. I have a problem with like knock it out before. It's like, why? I don't know.
That's a fair point.
Like, if it's still gonna be really difficult for me to catch it anyway, then why don't I don't know.
No, that's a very valid point. I mean,
As the
you
only
know.
person who hasn't bought this game, it's really, really funny to see you guys go from loving to hating to loving, and
I wouldn't say
wherever-
I dislike it less.
I mean, I think Chris and Mark
Yes,
have been more, more sharply in their like ups and downs with it. I've been
your
pretty neutral. I've
opinions,
been
yeah,
pretty neutral.
I feel like your opinions have fluctuated quite a bit. Just being like the
The observer?
third party to this, yeah.
I mean, I like the game. I'm just saying, if I'm gonna change it, I don't want it to be one, or like, I don't want to have to knock out a Pokemon and then have a difficult time catching it like I do in this one. I'd rather it be one of the two.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Well,
No, I know. I
Maybe
totally
they
get what you're
didn't-
saying. Sorry, Mark.
well, maybe they had it right originally.
Yeah,
And
I would just like to go back to the other one.
We've just gone in a circle. We've just gone in a circle, gentlemen.
I think it's very possible that they already had it right, but
What do we know?
alas, I guess overall I did enjoy the game
There you
because
go.
it's still Pokemon and it looked good.
So like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
I would give it a 6.7.
Straight tens.
So 7. Gotcha.
6.7, Rob.
Are we rounding up?
I'm rounding. I
Nah.
only take single digits. Okay.
See, is it like a 6.7, but I enjoyed it 6.7? Because I'm
yeah.
feeling like a
Come on.
7.5, but I had so much fun playing it. Like it's not that good of a game, but it's still fun because it's
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah. I align with that.
Cool.
I'm a 6.7, but I enjoyed it.
But it's Pokemon,
Because-
so you're always gonna like it. Like that's the truth.
It's
Because
always the truth.
it took me longer than I would have expected to beat the game, but I do enjoy Pokemon. So 6.7, trending up.
Cool.
Very
I like
nice.
that.
It is written.
Have you guys played the game Donut County?
Oh, it's
How does it differ?
We were
what
talking
a
about
coincidence that you asked that. I just bought it yesterday. Wait,
What?
yes, no, 2 days ago?
Wait, do you like
No,
it?
yesterday. I bought it. I bought
you
it,
like
and
it?
I like it very much.
What is it? I've
Uh,
seen pictures and that's it.
it's-
But it looks interesting.
It's a game where you are a raccoon who has an iPad, and on that iPad he has an app that lets him create a hole in the ground, and he lives underground, and he wants to take all of the stuff from above ground and bring it underground. So he makes this hole and makes everything fall through the earth. Every time you catch something in the hole gets bigger, so you can grab bigger things. And so it's a game of you basically you're at a bunch of different stages, and you're trying to basically drop everything that you possibly can into the hole. Have you guys ever played Katamari?
Nope.
No.
I played a bit of it way
Okay.
back in the past.
So
Yeah.
you know how it works, right? Where you're
Yep,
trying
you
to
just
like
build a bigger thing, bigger ball.
roll up
Yeah.
everything until you make the ball as big as possible. It's basically like that, but with a hole.
So the hole gets larger the more you consume things. Is that
Yeah,
the idea?
exactly. And the
Ah.
point is to consume as much as possible. But this is really fun. It's really nice because it's relaxing. There's no time limit. It's not frantic like Katamari is. So you just get to like sit there. It's a Switch game.
I'm
Enjoy the
curious.
music.
I'm just curious. So
Uh,
if there's no time limit, how does a level end? Does it end once you reach
when
a
you
certain
finish it.
size, or? Oh, so you just keep going until you get the biggest hole ever, and you just eat up the entire earth?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's relaxing in that like you just kind of go at your own pace. It's more of like a
Ah.
puzzle. It's actually, so I guess the difference between it and Katamari is that there's more puzzles in it. So you have to figure out, in order to, get to this side of the level, there's a little lake that you have to cross, but you're just a hole. So whenever you go to the lake, the hole fills up with water, and how do you get rid of the water? Because if there's
Ah.
water in there, you can't get any stuff. And then you have to
I would've
figure out
pictured
the
that.
solution to the puzzle. So there's like things like that. So they throw in a little extra, puzzle like stuff in there, but it's really just like you don't have to think too hard in order to complete it. So it's like, again, like a nice relaxing kind of game. The music in it is incredible. The soundtrack's on Spotify. I would suggest that you guys listen to it because it's great.
What is it out on?
It's out on Switch. I think it might also be on iPad or tablet, I guess. I'm pretty sure it is.
Mobile? That makes sense.
I think so. And it could be out on some other stuff too. Probably PC. It's like it was only like $13, which I think is a good price for it.
PS4, iOS, Switch, Xbox
Steam
One.
Nice.
and
Yep.
Steam. Yeah.
Steam.
It's
Very
a
good.
it's a really nice little game. There's like some story in between all the levels of like you were a raccoon that like owned a donut shop, and then you end up yeah, I don't know.
I just
The
think it's
artwork
hilarious.
is so
bizarre.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. It's got
It's
such a good look to it.
stylistically cool.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is it possible to fail a level?
I haven't encountered that yet. I think maybe eventually, but there's definitely, I mean, I haven't finished it, so I don't know, but there's definitely like levels where you just finish it when you finish it that are not very challenging, but they're fun. Like it's good because like it's just fun to like
To just engulf the
exactly.
entire map.
And then at the end of it, it does. This is something that that Katamari also did. But like in the end, you get this little. It's called the Trashopedia. because you're basically collecting trash from the world. And it's basically, it shows you all of the different items you collected, and it has a little funny description underneath each one, and it's funny to read all of those because it's like coming from the perspective of like a raccoon. So it's like let me look one up because I don't want to like make one up and sound stupid.
What does a raccoon sound like? Mentally, what?
Well, this raccoon
What does it
sounds like a millennial kind of teen, which sounds bad. Which sounds bad, but it's not. They do it in like in okay way. Okay, so here's one. One of the things you pick up is a battery. The description is really rare food. The D stands for delicious. Like it's just like funny, like it's a battery, but that's what a raccoon thinks a battery is. It's like funny little things like that, and the whole game just has a lot of like charm to it.
That seems very endearing.
I've been enjoying that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice little complete package. Good music, good looks to it. But yeah,
looks good and plays
you
well,
guys?
right?
What'd you say?
At least it looks good and plays well, right?
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Do you think this other game that came out in 2018 will look good and play well at one point in the year 2019?
It's tough. It's a tall order, I think.
Talking about Fallout 75.
I think so.
Just
Fallout
came up,
29.
Plus one.
Came up a little bit short. Just came up a little bit short. I don't know.
Did it lose like an age of 1 as it gained a year? What?
God, fuck. This is just, I don't know, man. Why you gotta ask me to explain it? All right. Yeah, Fallout 76, or rather Bethesda Game Studios posted a blog post today, kind of outlining, quote unquote outlining, because they kind of just like say some things about what their plans are. Yeah, what their plans are for this following year. I'm just gonna read the whole thing because it's literally like 3 sentences, which is pretty amazing. And it's people are talking about this. I'm just like, really? Like they say a whole bunch of nothing. It says later this month we're providing resolutions by way of new patches for Fallout 76. Like our December 11th update, we will have a big update that will address many of the issues we've been providing feedback on. Full patch notes will follow. Blah, blah, blah. We're building an incredible list of future updates that we can't wait to share, including new quests, weekly in-game events, new vaults opening, a new PvP mode, player vending, and much more.
That one
2019 is an exciting year for Fallout 76, and we can't wait to grow with you. Keep providing your feedback and letting us know what you'd like to see. God,
please stop asking us for refunds.
They better, they better go from like the size of
hero
an ant to like the size of a goddamn whale, because this game is terrible, and I don't know how much it can grow any further than it. Or just fuck this game, man. It's so stupid.
Oh my god! Did you literally throw something?
Nah, I dropped something. My bad, but it was perfect timing.
So, I really thought you threw something. Go ahead. Sorry.
The first question I have to ask is the December 11th update. How many issues did they claim to fix, and did they fix them?
I mean, they definitely fixed some stuff, but it doesn't make it a cohesive game. It just makes it less of an words.
It makes it less coherent,
less cohesive, more cohesive. I don't fucking know.
Less broken.
Less broken. It makes it less broken, but it's still not fixed. It's like broken still.
It's still like they put peanut butter on the joints, essentially. It does nothing.
And have they ever said what is player vending? Because that to me just looks like a buzzword that's supposed to get.
I think player vending is like they were talking about like, oh, you can be like a mercenary. Now I think they mean people can actually set up shops and like sell stuff.
So you can try and like legitimately grow a community.
Yes.
Try being a key word.
That seems like
it's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea.
The
question is, will it work?
Can I ask you something? What are the current problems with Fallout 76?
Aren't there only like 12 people per instance of the game?
Sure.
Well, there's no problems because I went into the support website and closed all the tickets because they gave me admin access.
And there's
no more problems. I fixed them all.
Thanks so much, Marc. You know what?
He did it.
It would seem as if they believe that themselves because listen, they're still radio silent about everything. I don't like if you go to their page, it's so funny. Their Twitter is just like
Everything is awesome.
everything's great. We're doing fine. Like this is a great game. You should buy it. Pete Hines has been strictly posting about Fallout 76, but like just retweeting Bethesda Game Studios and not like tweeting back at anyone that tweets at him. Probably because they all know.
It almost looks like they're living in denial at this point. It looks like the third stage of like
I don't know.
denial, essentially.
But
I think
but
going back to that player vending thing, I think that is cool. But why are you focusing on that when nobody cares about that right now? They just want the game to be good. Like player vending is not going to change why people don't play the game. There's no one else to talk to, and like a couple of people playing vendors in your game, like a couple of real people, they're not going to be online all the time. They're not going to be on every server. Like, no, like you need to put something that will
20
fix
people, right?
Yeah.
Per server.
You need to put something
that-
in the game that other people will, like the entire community will enjoy, not just a few people that get lucky enough to get into that lobby with the person who decides to open a gun shop and like actually do that. I don't know.
you know, it's almost as if the game is really suffering from not having NPCs in it.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they didn't see this coming.
Question is it said one of the things it lists is new vaults opening. Is that
Yes.
does that like maybe hint towards we're gonna put NPC people in the game now? Or is that like more players in a server?
That's an
or
interesting
something?
thought.
If because think about it this way, new vaults opening, but most of the vaults that that are around in 76 are either inhabited by raiders or not in 76 in just like the Fallout universe, are either inhabited by raiders or full of people that are dead because Vault Tech essentially made all but a couple of vaults experimental vaults where they experimented on the people inside and then things just went to shit and then everyone died. So if they actually open vaults and there are real NPCs that come out of the vaults and put fucking quests and like interesting stuff in the game, I will 1,000% go back and play it. If that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I
sound a
don't
little
think
skeptical.
it will.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think it will.
I mean, it would have to be the same kind of miracle as No Man's Sky, no? Considering, No Man's Sky also received quite a lot of negative talk at the time, and no one thought it would get better, and yet somehow it did. Do you think this is a possibility that Bethesda could also pull off, or do you think it's literally outside the realm of reality?
I think they're too good of a production team to have this game stay shitty. Like to have this be as bad as it is and stay as bad as it is. Like I think they're too talented to do that. So I think eventually it will get better. As soon as they put people in the game, like I was playing Fallout 4 the other day. That's the only thing I really miss, honestly, is the people and the stories that come with those NPCs. So if you put them in the goddamn game, I'll play it. The world is beautiful. I don't care what anyone says. World building is incredible. It's just there's nothing to do. And there's no people to talk to.
Maybe
You're
now
all
is the
alone
best
in the
time to buy
wasteland.
the game because it's cheap.
It is very cheap.
Before they make it better, just buy in now when they're desperate. Get that $30 Fallout 76,
Yeah.
and then just
Now
let
you're
it
beginning to
sit.
sound
Let
like
it
the
sit
stock
for a
market.
And
year.
then just wait.
Yeah.
And
Hodl?
hopefully it...
Put it in the vault, as they say.
That's a joke.
All right. We're gonna put. I got an idea. Let's just put that whole conversation in the vault. And let's move forward. All right.
All right. So
All right. That's a joke.
Chris, what do we got? What do we got?
Sorry, I'm just fucking with you. So trying to put all this Fallout 76 behind us, and there's some speculation that Bethesda is trying to do the same because there was a comic book article that came out this I think it was actually today, January 2nd. Yeah, so it's today. And it's titled, and I think this is just so incredibly deceiving and not fair to Bethesda fans, but it's titled, The Elder Scrolls 6 will reportedly launch 2019 following Fallout 76 backlash, says Analyst.
Oh,
Those are
boy.
important words at the. Those are
boy.
two
They're
important
very
words at the end.
important words at the end. Says analyst. How can you say it will reportedly launch 2019, comma, and then says analyst? Reportedly launched 2019, saying, yeah, it's going to launch 2019. And then says analyst says, this guy thinks it's going to launch then.
Says man who does
It's
not
bait
work
play.
for Bethesda.
Yes.
basically.
But he's an esteemed analyst.
Fine.
That's what I'm gathering from this article. He's esteemed, so that obviously means
It means
his
something.
opinion is right.
All right. Well, let me tell you how esteemed I am because this guy has no fucking idea what he's saying. So immediately after Fallout 76 was announced and like talked about, no, it wasn't not it was like showed at E3. Todd Howard did some interviews and they started asking him about the other games that they teased at the show, which were Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. Okay. This is 2018, everyone, just like last year. Okay, like half a year ago. And in that interview, they asked Todd Howard about the current status of Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. And he said that Starfield is currently playable. It is not in a good state, like in terms of being done, but it's playable. Like it's an actual game that you can play. And they said that Elder Scrolls 6 is not playable. It is in the pre-production phase. He straight up said that. Why in God's name would they push out the Elder Scrolls 6 in a year? How? Not why. How could they do that? They can't.
Oh,
Apparently
totally.
these guys didn't get the memo.
Yeah, because they're fucking dumb. Like they can't. They straight up said it's not playable. You can't get a
it's
game like that
funny.
done in a year.
Because like this, I mean, this guy's like job, his profession is to like, probably
Speculate.
like consult on things like this and make these kind of predictions. But like anyone who's like clued into what's been going on with Bethesda would be like, give them all the time in the world to make Elder Scrolls 6 because I would
Yes.
have waited 2 years more to play a good version of Fallout 76, right? Like give them the time that they need to just
Yeah.
keep speeding
So-
things up is not how any good video game becomes made, right?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So you linked this comic book article. Did you happen to look at the games industry article that this article is sourcing?
No.
Happen to take a look at it because I'm looking at this right now and wow, this is well basically what the article that they're sourcing, which is from gamesindustry.biz, is basically this guy saying, here are the things I predicted last year, and they were mostly right. Therefore, here are a few things I'm also predicting for this year. And
Terrible.
because I was like right
Terrible.
last year, I'll be right this year. Here's a couple of other things he listed. He also says Activision will make Overwatch and Blackout free to play.
I
really
saw,
think that's
I
gonna
did
happen?
see that. I think let's just rewind just a little bit because I think yes, Fallout 76 is a huge flop right now.
Yeah.
It could 110% get better by the end of 2019. And Bethesda is most likely going to try and do that right away. Here I am, esteemed analyst Marc Stefandel, right? This is my prediction. You got to focus on what you have out right now. Why speed up something to potentially put out a product that is not going to be as good as what it would be if you would have just taken the full development, cycle into account? Why would you do that immediately after you just had a major flop on a game on Fallout 76? That doesn't make any sense. This guy's wrong.
It's
Get him
not
out of here.
logical. His explanation on so like what he says about Elder Scrolls 6 coming in 2019. He's saying the flop of Fallout 76 makes a hit more essential for Bethesda, and I expect them to accelerate development of EF6. And that's
This
it.
guy-
That's all he
this-
says. It's only
this-
one sentence on his prediction. There's no basis on this prediction at all. It's literally that one single sentence, and that's it. There's
This
like
guy's
no logic.
this guy's talking like he's got some sort of stake in Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like,
And I mean, in that comic book article, they even quote Pete Hines saying, I try really hard to manage people's expectations. It's not like Fallout 76 this year, Starfield next year, and then the Elder Scrolls 6 the year after. The timeline isn't any different. So Bethesda Game Studios usually works on like around 4-year cycles for their games, like development cycles. So they release a game every 3 to 4 years. If that's the case, Starfield, the one that is not even done yet and is actually playable, wouldn't be done until 2021 at the earliest. So how the hell are they going to churn out the Elder Scrolls 6 for this year when it's not even? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's so many things. Like also
Look,
considering the fact that let's say like maybe before they decided to speed up development of Elder Scrolls 6, they were probably planning on whatever this is the end of a console generation. At least like historically, this would be the end typically. It's like, oh, they were probably developing it for some other kind of hardware, right? Where they have some dev kit or something. But you know what? Fallout 76 not doing so hot. Let's just scrap all that. Just develop it for the current generation. Let's just like, erase all those plans and just, we got to get something new out next year. It's not like they have like other stuff happening.
Or
what?
If this guy, for some reason, and I really don't believe he is, but if somehow this dude is an industry insider and he knows that the Elder Scrolls 6 is coming next year, does that confirm my theory that the next generation consoles will be out by holiday 2019?
Ooh.
Give you some
Well,
speculation
wait, repeat
there.
that again. Wait, what did you say?
I'm saying instead of them being like, oh, you know what, we have all these plans for Elder Scrolls 6, but Fallout 76 sucks, so let's scrap everything and make some random game called the Elder Scrolls 6 and throw it in the year, right? If that's not happening, then or I don't even know. I'm just saying if the Elder Scrolls 6 was to come out this year, right? It would definitely be on next generation consoles because they've said that.
That would have been interesting, but I'm sorry to inform you that Dr. Serkan Toto, esteemed analyst, says no
you're looking at the
PS5
source
or
too.
new
Yep.
Xbox.
I was just about to bring it up. That's why I say these sources are also saying there's probably not going to be a next gen console next year. So
I think like if you take all of these predictions and put them together, it's like nothing is going to come out next year. There's just going to be no games next year.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe a fully handheld version of the Switch will come out. This is again from Michael Pachter, esteemed analyst, who thinks Elder Scrolls 6 is coming in 2019, which apparently he also predicted in 2016 and 2017.
Nailed it.
So tell me how that's worked out for you.
Listen, he's right.
I mean, if you guess enough times, it'll eventually come true.
Guys, but he's esteemed.
I'm just looking at this man's predictions, and it's like Respawn will launch 2 new titles next year. Titanfall 3, which is a sequel. It's not hard to guess that maybe a sequel for a game is going to come out. Like
these predictions are trash.
Hey, guys, get this! A new Fallout game might come out eventually. What do you think about that?
In like
Guys,
the next
we
20 years,
there.
it might come out.
Like, come on, these guys do better. Do better.
Sky is blue, water is wet. Moving on. Jesus,
that was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh God. that really took a lot out of me.
Yeah. Breathe.
Oh,
just breathe through the nose, out through the mouth.
All right. Well, after that fine tease.
Did you guys know that Call of Duty is going to be coming out next year?
Whoa.
Are you some kind of esteemed analyst or something?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
I want the italics on the word esteemed. So
wow.
Yeah. So that article got me a little tight sauce. And then oh God, you want to talk about some esteemed analysts over here? And then there was a tease by Infinity Ward, supposed tease. People don't really know if it's a tease, but there's this Infinity War community manager, Ashton Williams, who put up this really cryptic Twitter video thing of like a skull, and everyone is freaking out because they're just like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and I don't really understand how the hell they're coming to that conclusion.
It's like if I see
what does the skull
think
symbolize?
So yes, Ghost is a character in Modern War. Well, there was a character in the Modern Warfare series.
Rest in peace, Ghost.
Yeah, called
Only
Ghost.
2.
Spoilers.
He dies.
He's dead. Spoilers,
How
he's dead.
Dare you?
And everyone's looking at that Ghost and be like, "Oh shit, it's Ghost!" And then they're forgetting about that other Call of Duty game called Call of Duty
Ghosts.
Ghosts. So
What?
Um,
Oh my god!
but the pure PlayStation article is titled "Is Infinity War teasing Call of Duty Ghosts 2, Modern Warfare 4, or nothing?"
Nothing. Teasing nothing.
Hey, look at this cool
or
art
it
I
could be a
made.
completely different Call of Duty game. Now we got all the bases covered. We can't be wrong. Let's get
Or
it.
maybe Ashton Williams has a life outside of video games and just thinks it's a cool graphic. But whatever.
I mean,
She has other cryptic tweets of other really weird shit. Look, go to her Twitter page. Like, this is the one they point out. Come on. Just go there. Ashton Ashton Williams. Her pinned tweet is Winnie the Pooh hailing some like demigod in a mirror.
Oh, that isn't that Beelzebub?
I don't know. What? Ash.
I mean,
no,
it could just very well
that-
be that she's like 2 months late to Halloween, you know?
That's the devil that you get into a guitar battle with in Guitar Hero 3. What are we talking about? But oh my god!
I don't
But
know,
like,
man.
all right. So I'm looking at this shit. Right?
I mean, look at the other things she has on Twitter.
And
Look at
that's
everything.
what I'm
else.
saying.
Like
Why didn't nobody say Infinite? Like, if on December 20th she posted a picture of a spider dropping down on Minnie Mouse, why did nobody say and the studio's working on a Minnie Mouse game? Like, I don't get it.
Or December
Like-
20th, where there's a clip of Mickey Mouse. Why don't we just say she's working on Kingdom Hearts 4?
Yeah.
Well, like I'm just looking at her Twitter feed, and it looks to me that she just really likes skulls.
She does.
Yeah.
That's
Very
what
goth.
it looks like to me. And there's 5-6 posts in a row that are just skulls.
She's been posting
Maybe-
skulls December 5th, December 4th,
December.
December 4th.
Keep going.
January
It just keeps going.
1st.
Oh,
Like,
wait,
all
are you
right.
kidding me?
Let-
This doesn't.
calm
I don't
down
think
on
this
this
means
one.
anything.
Like,
Yeah, no,
know-
me neither. Now that we look into it.
like we know Infinity Ward is gonna come out with a Call of Duty game.
Is it their
But
year
does
next
anyone
year?
really?
She has
does
skulls
anyone-
tattooed onto her knuckles.
like,
That was
yeah, I-
posted in October. Sorry.
Like, do we really like? Is this what we've devolved to? That
It's a
that
slow week, man.
really, like,
No,
no,
it's not just
us.
that. It's not
Not
just that.
us.
It's
Not
articles
us, but, like-
basically tweeting anything.
People who write these articles. This is what we've become.
Clickbait, isn't it?
Ugh.
Isn't this what
Ugh.
it's all about? Getting the most clicks,
And
getting the
it-
most
it-
hype.
Does length
If-
matter?
if-
Check our last podcast episode to find out.
if it is Ghosts
plug.
2, does anyone really want another one? Because Ghost 1 was shit.
I don't want Ghost. I would. You know what? I would totally play a Modern Warfare 4. I liked the first 3.
I like the first 3 as well.
Would they continue the
Is
story
on
though? At this
next
point?
year an Infinity Ward year?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Because it was Treyarch last year.
Mm-hmm.
Treyarch was Black Ops, and then what was it? Raven is Raven the other
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer did the worst Call of Duty game.
That wasn't
Advanced
Ghosts.
Warfare.
No, that was Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare.
The only good thing about it was that it was bundled with the best Call of Duty game,
Modern Warfare
Call of Duty
remastered.
4. But, ugh,
I would play a Modern Warfare 4.
You
I
know what's
would.
funny? It goes from like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Isn't that funny?
Wait,
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Go. They need to hold the naming. That's what they need. them and Xbox need to get together and hash something.
Yeah, that
out
is that
because
is on
it's-
some Xbox One level of nonsense.
this is the Xbox, and then we have the Xbox One, which was, what we called the other Xbox until they called the new Xbox
The
Xbox One.
Xbox One. So
now
we
they
call
just-
the first Xbox the first Xbox.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Some weird shit. Don't listen to what these people
Oh,
are saying.
man.
They don't know what they're talking about. Stick with us here at the Memory Slide A podcast, and we'll show you the right direction.
No
Take
fake
it
news
away.
here, people.
Take it away, Ernie.
All right, Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's a new Pokemon movie that has been teased. in Japan. If anyone out there is at least 20 years old, then you were alive for the first Pokemon movie. Congratulations. They're gonna remake it in CGI. It looks pretty
That's
cool.
what's
There's just a
rumored
little.
CGI.
That's what's suspected.
Oh, okay, yeah,
technically.
all right. True. All right.
Well,
the
it's the most
teaser
obvious
was
conclusion.
yes. The teaser was a CG Mewtwo, and that's really all we have to go on.
Wait, before we go, are you an esteemed analyst?
Yeah, I would consider myself one.
Okay, well then your
Well,
word is fact.
Pikachu is good. He's cute.
Okay.
And
At least Mewtwo ain't furry.
Oh God! Imagine if he.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Detective
Oh.
Pikachu's gonna be good. All right. Okay, back to this. So
So you're
this
saying what you're
is
saying
in...
is sorry, go ahead.
He's about to
What, Rob?
speak, Rob. All right.
I
God
know.
damn.
I'm sorry.
This is just the next in a long line of just endlessly reviving our youth and hitting us over the head with nostalgia, but we all just love it. I'm excited for it. If this is what it seems to be, I'm so excited for it. Even though I've seen the movie already, this is just let's going the original Pokemon movie, and you know what? That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with this. I mean, this is the first Pokemon film. I'm pretty sure this is the first Pokemon film that is meant to be like a more or less remaster of the original, you know, a remake of the original. It's like pretty much taking the original plot points. It credits the original writer who died a couple of years ago as being the writer for this new film. So
Oh, that's nice.
so that pretty much means that this story is more or less got to be the first movie all over again, just with
Wonderful.
It's
that wasn't me this time. That was not me.
I
That
know
was
who it
Chris.
was. You know who it was. You know who it was.
It's the sky.
God damn it!
Whose man is this? Come collect your man.
Well,
Here is a present
again.
for you.
Oh my God, he's not gonna.
Who's
Stop
gonna wait in the inevitable Pokemon Snap remake? Who's gonna voice Oak? Who's gonna do it?
I'll do it.
Well,
You do.
You would.
All right, give us your best Professor Oak.
Oh my God.
Hold on a second.
You're
I got
actually
you.
gonna do.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I got it.
Oh.
Ready for it? Oh wait, hold up. I gotta do it again. One second. There you go. Here's my best impression. I sound just like him.
Well done.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen.
Did you like it?
Mark C, you walked into that one.
oh, Mark.
You made it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But look,
Okay.
seriously though, I wouldn't mind watching the Pokemon movie again, even though I've seen it as a kid and cried at it. I don't think it's possible to watch that and not cried at it as a kid. I think it's nice to revisit it from a modern perspective, see what they do with it, see what they do with the visuals and the execution. If it's all CGI, then maybe I might have more question marks. But again, I will have to see a little more before, drawing more of a stance on it. But I, for one, am piqued by this, by this development. What about everyone else?
I'm about it.
Are we gonna have a Pokemon cinematic universe where all of the movies?
Right,
happen
we already
Don't
do,
we-
and it's like 20 movies deep already.
No, but I mean in the modern.
in the modern age.
Yes,
The modern Pokemon cinematic universe.
where it's like live action movies.
Oh
There's
God.
real people
Wait,
in
is this
them.
gonna be CGI or live action? Which one?
I don't
like-
know.
Well, it's definitely it's definitely animated. As to whether it's fully CGI or CGI
yeah.
plus 2D,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Is it definitely animated though? If we don't definitely know if it's coming out.
Well, Marc is an esteemed analyst, so
This
All right.
true. I forgot. We cleared that up.
My prediction is this is gonna have CG Pokemon in a live action.
and Danny DeVito is Ash.
Oh
Yes, yeah, exactly. Listen,
So
he
Detective
deserves
Pikachu
to be
redux.
a character.
Professor Oak.
He deserves to be Detective Pikachu. He deserves to be Eggman, and he deserves to be in this movie too. That's my prediction. He's gonna be in one of these movies.
You know
Or
what?
all
This is
three.
just as good as the esteemed analyst articles that we've been reading. I think you've got something going there.
Prediction. When does Detective Pikachu come out? In
I
theaters?
predict it comes out next year. I don't know when it comes
Next-
out though.
I
well,
predict that
for
Ryan
most,
Reynolds is
not
doing-
next year. It's this year.
If it's this year, then I bet and I predict
May 2019.
I predict that there will be a post-credits reveal for this.
Ah,
Okay.
interesting.
You heard it here first.
I like it.
You have to wait till May.
I will say though, I'm not as esteemed as Mark with a C.
Yeah, I predict that everyone who goes to see it in the movies is gonna get limited edition holographic Mewtwo
TCG
Pokemon cards.
cards. Oh yeah,
Oh,
just like the
come on.
original.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, hold on. Was this the movie that came with Ancient Mew?
No, that was the second
Uh,
one.
Yeah.
Not the
Uh,
no. The first one had either
2000, yeah,
Dragonite
Pokemon
or
2000.
Mewtwo. The Ancient Mew came with the second movie, the Pokemon 2000.
Yeah.
I remember that.
This had a
Oh,
Mewtwo.
okay,
Yeah, the
yeah.
first movie had a
Yeah.
Mewtwo.
Guys,
Well,
I know who
you
can
were
play
correct.
Professor Oak. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Chris.
Who
I know who
who
can
do
play
it?
Professor Oak. It definitely Liam Neeson would be a great.
Yes.
baby.
I'm
He
looking
will
at
find you. He'll kill you.
I'm looking at pictures of Professor Oak against like next to Liam Neeson, and he totally could.
Well,
Let's make it
Professor
happen.
Oak does have a very specialized set of skills.
Well, hold on. I have a better idea.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we flip Danny DeVito to be the professor and Liam Neeson to be Ash Ketchum?
Oh my god.
Because then he could say, "I have a particular set of
So,
skills."
Liam
to
Neeson-
every Pokemon that he battles.
He is like he's 12-year-old Ash. I don't know if I'd be able to. I think I'd have trouble with believing that one. I don't
That's a
know.
stretch.
I mean, it would be fun, right?
I mean, it's not any more of a stretch than the other things we brought up. So
Hey, speculation cast 2K19.
That's what we're doing here.
Who would
our-
play?
better way.
Wait, who would play Brock?
Oh
Oh,
man.
The Rock.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
No,
that
no.
makes sense.
John
Oh,
would be,
100%.
Brock.
I don't know, man.
It's one or the
who
other.
would?
It's one or the other.
Wait, who's
Who
the
was?
John Cena is the other option.
No,
No, you-
no.
I got it. LeBron James.
What?
As Brock.
No.
As Brock.
LeBron James.
LeBrock James. Get it right.
Get-
Oh my.
No,
Get
listen.
outta here.
LeBron James is the king. He cannot be the first gym leader. No way. He's got to be more important than that.
Now
Oh,
the real
man.
question is, who plays Misty?
Oh.
Who's the red-haired
Oh.
chick from Wedding Crashers?
Oh, is that
I was gonna say Emma Stone, but also that lady.
Oh,
too.
Emma Stone. Emma Stone would be great.
I was thinking that.
Oh boy.
Emma Stone. I think we should send this to Nintendo.
Let's
and,
write the
those
script.
people-
Let's do it.
To get,
Yo,
Game Freak.
Say I won't. Say I won't write the script.
You won't.
Okay.
Won't.
All right,
so-
it's out there now. It's
I got
happening.
like 5 days left before I go back to work. I'm gonna write the entire script for the next Pokemon live action
And pitch it.
and pitch it to Game Freak and see what happens. Cool.
Oh man. That's
That's a game.
Chris. I'm surprised you didn't say Alana Pierce.
I was
Yeah.
I was just gonna generically leave it as particular streamer girl that we are all
We fancy, but
Mm.
you know what else we fancy? Free shit. We like that.
Who?
Free
Yes,
shit.
That's a hot
Free
one.
shit, we like that.
That was a hot segue.
That's some shit I do like.
Guess what? It's a new month. That means new free games for those of us that subscribe
Oh.
to online services from our very favorite video game hardware manufacturers. First up, Sony. This month, their big game for PS4 this month is Steep.
Whoa, is that a snowboarding game?
Yeah, if you can recall, like I think it was 2 years ago, I think it was Ubisoft, put this game out. Don't think it did very well. That's probably why it's free now. But it's like an extreme sports, like winter extreme sports game. I think
Better or worse
Uh,
than SSX?
probably worse. Nothing's better than us.
Very likely worse.
Damn.
I think it's like they're in a little thumbnail. There's someone in a wingsuit. There's someone
Yeah.
on a snowboard. I think it's open world. I might try it. Just to see. I mean, it's always fun to have like a game where you move very fast, right?
Gotta go
I mean,
fast.
I would like it. I would like to pick it up
Mhm.
because I ski and snowboarding is kind of like
Is
skiing. And
is it multiplayer?
is it multiplayer?
I think
is a
so.
good-
I'm pretty sure it
Oh.
is.
Hold up, Mark. If it's multiplayer, me and you are going online and snowboarding.
Do you still
/skiing
have
together.
PS Plus?
Got to hit
Yeah,
the slopes.
yeah. Oh
No,
right.
not you,
I
Chris.
will.
Mark.
I mean, I can very well get PS Plus.
Just make sure to
Hey,
catch it
all
before
right.
the month ends.
Oh my god, I hate
That's
you so
no
much.
issue. That's no issue.
Rob, come on. Leave the
No, I'm just saying, make sure you actually, pick it up during the open season. That it's
Make
Whose
sure he actually wants to play, bro.
is this?
Oh my god.
Yeesh.
So that's the big one. Next one is Portal Knights. It looks cute. I've never heard of it. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what it is. And then the third is Zone of the Enders HD Collection, which I'm hyped to play. Zone of the
I think
Enders
that's a
for the
big one.
PS2.
That is a big one.
Zone of the Enders
That's-
PS2 was part of my learning to like mecha stuff growing up. So I'd love to play this again. And it's 1 and 2, I guess, which I never played a sequel. So I'll definitely be picking those up.
I think you're gonna be out of luck on that one. That one just for PS3.
Oh, is it really?
Yep, that's on PS3, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Yikes.
man.
Well, never mind.
And-
This month fucking sucks.
Wow.
Someone else go.
Well, Xbox has games with gold, and they got a really good one
Oops.
for January, and it's Celeste. I haven't played it,
Hey
but it sounds like it's fun.
man, PlayStation's slacking.
Yeah, that's
that's
a
a
way
PlayStation
better
really
one.
is lagging. I don't think they've had like a big eye catcher in a couple of months now.
Well, Yakuza
Yeah,
was
man.
what, last month, right?
Yeah.
No, it was 2 months ago. Was that last month? I'm sorry.
No. It was
you're
2
right.
months ago. It was 2
2
months
months
ago.
ago.
Was
That's
it?
what I thought. Yeah.
Last month was like Soma, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
damn.
no-
Xbox
none of us-
killing it.
That's
a
it.
good-
We're gonna-
that's a
Killing
good
the
one.
game.
I'm jumping ship.
It's over. Oh, and
right.
Life is Strange 2 coming to Xbox Game Pass. Pretty
Damn.
good.
That's cool. Is
I
there
mean,
anything
that game
coming?
sells a lot though. So
Is there anything coming on Steam or anything like that?
I mean, I
What's
think
the winter
sale's
sale?
It's still going on.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
winter sale's going on right now.
Shit.
I haven't really taken a good look.
I did buy Sonic Mania. That was on a decent sale. So
Oh,
that's
man.
a
Oh,
nice-
nice.
With
Yeah.
this blank of blank.
Huh?
What?
Never mind. Never mind.
The winter sale does have some cool stuff on it for Steam. The most notables I'm seeing: Assassin's Creed Odyssey is $30, which is cool.
Pretty good.
It's a good deal.
Hitman 2 is 30% off. I should buy it on PlayStation 2. PlayStation
PlayStation
4.
2. Sure, if you
PlayStation
want to
2.
nerf yourself.
PlayStation 2 has it for like $20 right now, and supposedly that game's supposed to be very fun.
It is.
What remains
Mark's
of
gonna attest to it.
Yeah.
$20?
Oh, yeah.
2 thumbs.
Cool.
Both.
Yeah. Killing Floor 2, Donut County, The Division, Little Nightmares, and XCOM 2 are all on sale. Yeah, the other ones aren't really cool. Meh.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is $30. That's pretty awesome. Rocket League's $10. Yeah,
Ooh,
Good
Good
Rocket
season
League.
for buying if you haven't already.
I'm trying to buy everything.
Nah, buy
I'm
all
trying
the
to buy.
things.
I'm trying to buy your heart, Rob.
Oh,
Oh.
Ooh.
What you want? What you
Ooh.
want, bro?
Are you a phantom thief of hearts?
Do you want a Netflix
That's a
subscription?
Persona joke. Rob gets it.
yes, I do. But yeah,
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 that's the game's
I
coming
know.
out.
At least for now, anyway. Not to mention all the other games that are coming. If you buy any games now, though, make sure you make room for the games that are coming out this year. Though, am I right? We're in a new year now. We got
Oh,
games that
man.
true.
Games are coming out.
I know the
What
Mark-
are you guys excited to play this year? At least from what we know is coming out.
Like I can't go into games that are like supposedly coming out.
So you can.
Are you an esteemed expert,
Well,
Chris?
No rules. No
Hold
rules.
on. Are you looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6? Because I hear that's coming out
Yeah.
this year.
Yep. Cool. Thank you, esteemed analyst. I appreciate you and all that you don't know, but you just had to tell people.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. Comes out in like 4 weeks.
Damn,
I
that's so
second
close.
It's gonna be great.
That is really close. It's now officially within the month.
Yep.
Wow.
We can finally say that now. Your
Do you
childhood.
think it's
You've
gonna
been
be as
waiting for
good?
this for years.
14 years later.
That's amazing.
Then the inner kid comes out and just asks, "What year is it?" and then sits down and plays all of the parts.
I've been waiting for
It's
so
likely gonna
long.
be the end of an era, though.
We've been waiting.
So,
Does Sora die?
oh, that's a hot take.
God, I
That
hope
make
so.
it-
don't-
God, I hope so.
Does Goofy die? Does Donald
He
die?
died.
God.
He died in
I
the
hope-
last game.
What? Spoilers?
No, I'm
Oh.
being sarcastic.
Rob is kidding.
Wow.
You can't
Disney
just
will
do that
never
to me.
stand for that.
That's
But
true. True.
I wish they would. What if they took it there? That would be something.
Everyone
Now-
dies.
Oof. I want to ask questions, but it's too early to ask these things yet. Well, I'll save it for the Kingdom Hearts cast.
They're gonna kill everybody before they answer about the crazy story that they've like concocted. So
Yeah,
far.
that's probably
The real
true.
question is,
Sorry.
do they know what story they're telling at this
That's
point?
it. They're gonna
highly
kill
doubt
everyone
it.
before they can tell that story, and then they're just gonna leave it to that.
Sorry, guys. Everyone's dead. We can't tell you anymore. Sorry.
Well, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the Memory Slate podcast.